You ready to do this? Come on. See this? It's going. Going goodbye.
Go. Get it done.
When someone don't help you, when someone don't help you through the rain, when feelings don't matter, and everything's nothing but a game. Just know that I'm with you. Just know that I'm with you through it all. And I'm gonna be there whenever you win or if you fall.
Now we can bring stuff in that comes in here for the winter, so. Progress! So this is the stuff that's going to be going to Goodwill, so we're just separating it from the stuff that's like going to the dump and the returnables. And then that one more box and little odds and ends.
Hey, don't you worry about a thing. You get what you're given, but it's never too late to spread your wings.
Now we're going to go around and we're just going to collect all of these pots. We have a Rubbermaid that we dump the dirt in, like we'll probably take out the plant, I would imagine. I don't know. Ew. We get a lot of rain. And then we'll stack the pots under the house. Honestly, it doesn't matter what I'm doing, but the saver in me and the person who has the guilty clutter and doesn't want to get rid of anything, and the part of me that's afraid I might use it someday, this really came into play right here. So I had my husband picking up soil clumps from the ground that were from other plants, maybe from last year or something, I don't even know. And I wanted him to keep all of it. I mean, I don't even know what I'm growing, if I'm growing next year. Usually I'm buying potted plants. I mean, I do use my pots, and so I'm putting things from the greenhouse into those pots. I wanted him to save every bit of soil, and there was actually a very long conversation that I edited out of here because he was like, look, this stuff is all full of rain. It's all super goopy. It's very heavy. We can't keep all of it in a Rubbermaid under the house. It's going to get so heavy. I'm not going to be able to budge it. So here he is going out to the wild jungles of Maine and dumping some of that dirt. And it was honestly hard for me to watch him dump the dirt. And I mean, seriously, people, it's dirt, okay? It isn't even necessarily potting soil that was purchased. I honestly don't even know where some of it came from. Not all of it was even from this year. So it is amazing no matter how much decluttering you do, and I am ready to do a ton more in the basement. You're actually going to see me hit the basement at the end of this video, and I get a little tiny bit carried away and do more than what I planned on doing. So I am loving decluttering, but I do find no matter how much decluttering I do, there's always another area that's going to be hard for me. And this is all very much a process. And I really want to share that with you because I think others of you are going to be able to relate to that. In fact, I would love it if you'd let me know so I know I'm not the only one out there. And I also notice it when I go to other people's houses and help them declutter. Everybody is at a different stage, and we all have to be patient with one another because you may be to the center of the onion when we talk about peeling the onion and the easy stuff's on the outside and it gets harder and harder. You might be on the middle of your onion. Someone else is just starting to peel those outer layers, and you got to remember your own process and how long it took you to make those decisions, and it's probably going to take them a pretty similar amount of time. So now he is bringing those things down to the basement. That's why we cleared out the door, is so that he could easily bring those back into the basement. On another note, that's how I ended up down in the basement. Was I thought, okay, this time after somebody puts stuff in the basement, I'm just going to go down there and check real quick and see if I need to clean anything up. And then he had done a really good job, so then I didn't really need to. Oh, and about this pool. This is like a $10 pool I got at Dollar General. We have another blow up pool that's bigger. And so I decided we're not keeping that little $10 pool. Honestly, I spent $10 getting a couple of the girls a drink at Dunkin'. I don't need to keep the $10 pool. If we decide to use it, which we might not even, I don't even know if my grandchildren are coming next summer, then I can buy another $10 pool. And so I had these stakes that had candles with citronella. I'm putting those aside. I'm going to keep them. And then our fire pit, it actually rusted out. So it is going back where we keep all of the garbage, so it can go to the dump next time my husband goes. And now I'm just bringing the chairs around to the back of the house so that those chairs can end up in the basement. Because we don't have an outdoor shed, then anything like that has to go into the basement. And so now this is my attempt at leaf blowing. I think this is the first time I've ever used that leaf blower. And it's a really lightweight one. And what we discovered, because it is battery operated, is that it's really meant for walkways and maybe your deck and porch steps, not really made to do your whole yard. So this lasted about 15 minutes before it completely died. Now my husband has this bigger one, and it has a cord, so he's attached by a cord. Well, first of all, the cord isn't long enough for our whole yard, and we're on less than half an acre. We have actually paid someone to do our leaves. We paid him in the spring. We paid him to come back in the fall, and honestly, the pile he blew was bigger than what we're doing right now over our whole yard. We have so many trees. And then the night after he came, it rained. And then this is what we woke up to the next morning. So we knew he was going to have to come twice. We were thinking about not having him come twice because the cost of heating oil right now in Maine is like $5.39 a gallon, which is a ton. It's a ton. I can't even believe it. So we were thinking, save ourselves some money, do it ourselves. But here's what we discovered. First of all, that battery-powered one, I'd have to do just a little bit every day, which I could do. And then the one my husband's using, it actually needs a new cord. There was some frays in the cord, so it wasn't super safe. It doesn't reach, so that's a whole nother issue. Well, the cord costs $70. So we decided that for this year, we will let him come on and come a second time. Then we'll decide if we're going to buy a cord for that or not next year. On to a happier note, here are the pumpkins that my kids and one of my daughter-in-laws all carved. They had a lot of fun with it. I loved carved pumpkins. We love to put the candle in them. And so the funny thing is we have this one that has mold. I don't know what happened to that poor guy. But after Halloween, the deer got into them. They also started munching on my geraniums, and then the next day after this ate the rest of the flowers and the buds. Oh my goodness, those deer. But I want to show you what my daughters decided to do once their pumpkins were ruined anyway. So since the deer had killed the pumpkins anyway, they decided to go the rest of the way. Now this mallet that Yvonne is using, Ava actually made that in a woodworking class that she took last year. And so it's been staying up in her room. I think it was kind of Marvel inspired by Thor. And so they had a great time smashing these up. And thankfully, they also cleaned them up for me. And so they went into the woods. And I'm sure little squirrels and deer are enjoying eating the last of the pumpkins. It's a different day, as you can probably tell, because I am in different clothing and my hair is straight instead of curly. But I came down here to make sure that the things that came down from outside were put away correctly, and it seems like they were, which is amazing. But since I'm down here, since I gave a half an hour to myself to clean things up, I'm going to clean up other things that I brought down. This time I am the culprit, because there's other things that are going to come down from outside, like the grill and, heaven forbid, the kayaks. I have no idea. But I do know this. I convinced my husband to get rid of this couch, and I'm super excited about it. This was actually the rug that's in front of the sink upstairs, and it just was getting so dirty. I think it came down here for me to clean it, or until I could clean it, and then I forgot about it because this is a basement and that's where things go to be forgotten. And then this stuff was all from traveling except for that chair, and so it needs to be behind where that mattress is. So I need to do some rearranging, and then there's some seasonal messes that I have caused. You might be wondering what is in those garbage bags. It's actually pillows, because I got annoyed and sick of the pillows on the couch because we had too many, and so people kept bunching them up or throwing them on the floor to get them out of the way. So I thought, we just need a pillow break, and I'll bring them back out for Christmas. And then maybe I'll take the gray pillows off and put the seasonal pillows on or something. I don't know. I haven't decided, but we're definitely in pillow overload. I have a box of books. Oh dear. I think this might have been a box we were getting rid of. I'll have to ask my husband. So I'm going to put this over by the door where things kind of exit. But I do need to double check with him before I bring it to Goodwill. These are shopping bags, so putting them there didn't work. All right, this goes with the vacuum cleaner. I have these sleds, and I do think they'll get used this winter. If for some reason they don't get used this winter, I will get rid of them. But I do usually, my kids do usually go sledding. And then a lot of times there'll be like a random youth group event where they'll go sledding. So, all right, now that I've done that, see if there's anything else. Eventually I'll put lawn chairs in front, but for right this second, I'm gonna slide this over so I can put the suitcases away. This, I don't know, what is this? I have a feeling this is going, but I gotta figure out what it is first. Oh, it's a duffel bag. All right, I guess I am keeping that. All right. Let's stick it on top. Put these here. And the rest of our chairs outdoor chairs will be coming down here because we don't have a garage or an exterior shed even. Literally this basement is it. So all storage of any kind is here. This is trash. This is another thing that also goes over with the summer stuff. I just noticed these coolers. I have a really big cooler that has wheels, so I don't need this one. This one's going. And then this one I keep because you collapse it and it's small. So I will keep this one and the huge one that has wheels. I keep every year. I get rid of more and more of these. Now I'm going to quickly go through Halloween stuff. Nobody asked to decorate for Halloween, so I had the pumpkins out that you saw that were half eaten by deer and then crushed by the kids. And nobody asked to do the Halloween stuff. So I'm going to get rid of all of it. I'm just going to, all the Halloween decorations. I'm not a big fan of Halloween decorations. So it doesn't make me happy. It's gloomy to me. But if you love Halloween decorations, I'm very happy for you. But all of these came like from the dollar store. So I know if we really want to decorate for Halloween, we could go back to the dollar store. This is some random summer stuff. So this I need to put away. I'm going to put it here for now. This is about to make me happy. These are just like random autumn leaves. I didn't use them. So it was our scarecrow, and you know, stuff like that you put in the ground. Oh, and then pumpkin carving tools. But since I didn't see these, I bought more. All right. Goodbye. Found these on my shelf, so goodbye. So this is easy and quick too. I have one daughter who had some summer clothes and she wanted to store them outside of her closet. 3 girls, 1 room. You do the math. It's hard. So now I can use that box that the Halloween stuff came out of and put her stuff in it. Bigger than I need, but that's okay. Ugh. Find another label. Could she have done this? Yes. And then, but I said, oh yeah, I'll grab it. No big deal. So that's why she didn't. So fall has been put away as far as what was outside to be ready for winter. We just need my husband to bring the grill down. That couch is leaving. Hallelujah. And the next time you see me down here, I'm going to be decluttering my Christmas things. So stay tuned for that. And This Made Her a Mom on the road. I got more decluttering in other people's houses. I'm having so much fun with that. So remember, as always, that God loves you and I love you too. And I can't wait to see you next time.